Okay, with the new season underway, here is everything you need to know about the 2025 to 26 Premier League season. Arsenal. Okay, I'm actually impressed by the changes they made. They got a new goal scoring machine, which was a huge missing piece for them last year. They got a new guy who fits perfectly in running that midfield. They got a nice and upcoming youngster with lots of potential on the wing, and then a few other additions as well. They've literally found all the right pieces for what they were missing last year. A few notable losses, but overall they improved as a squad. And if Starboy Saka can stay healthy, they'll push for the title. But as always, they'll finish second again. Aston Villa. Honestly, nothing really was gained with Villa, and they lost some great loan players like Rashford and Asensio. They also just recently sold Jacob Ramsey to Newcastle, and everyone's favorite keeper is looking to be on his way out too. Since they made no noteworthy additions while all the other top teams made big moves, I expect them to finish slightly lower than last year. Keep an eye on Morgan Rogers, though. I see a star in the making. Bournemouth. They actually had a pretty decent season last year, but ended up selling all of their best players. So to be honest, pay no attention to them this year. Brentford. They had a few decent additions, but overall lost their keeper, one of their better midfielders, and by far their best player and top goal scorer. Losing their manager Thomas Frank too hurts in my opinion. Wissa will step up, but I can see him eyeing a move somewhere else. 10th last year, but I expect a worse finish. Brighton. These guys are weird. They sold Joao Pedro and Estupinan and loaned Evan Ferguson out, but they still have some great players. Brighton always ends up finding a way, though, so I expect them to finish around the same spot as last season. Burnley. These guys actually made tons of new moves. Whole squad looks pretty new, but to be honest, I'm sorry, you're going back to the championship. Chelsea. Oh, the Blues are so back. They are flying high in confidence after finishing fourth, winning the Conference League, and then winning the Club World Cup. Cole Palmer is looking good again, the midfield is clicking, Reece James is healthy, and they made tons of moves. As we all know, money is no issue for Chelsea. They sold tons of players and also bought tons of players. Two new strikers who have already been performing, a new defender, a new winger, and potentially one of most promising youngsters out of Brazil since Neymar. They are the team to watch this year. Crystal Palace. I still can't believe a team that finished 12th just won 2 trophies. Not really any new additions, and they are on the brink of losing their best attacker and their best defender. If they do, that's bad news. But if they don't, I still don't expect much since they'll be extra tired from playing European competition. Still a lot of hidden gems in this squad. Everton. Two nice additions with Dewsbury Hall and Jack Grealish. They finally dumped a lot of those useless players too, but overall, I don't see much improvement from this team. Keep your eye on Branthwaite though. If he plays well, I guarantee he's gone by January. Fulham. Honestly, nothing really noteworthy happened with them this offseason. Lots of decent players, but nothing too extraordinary. I expect them to stay mid-table leads. A good chunk of this squad actually has Premier League experience, so it'll be interesting to see how they do. But to be perfectly honest, they've been knocked down before, and it's probably going to happen again. Liverpool. Oh my goodness, I am actually scared of this team. They decided to splurge on all that money they've saved over the past few years and made some big moves. Even though they lost Luis Diaz, their attack still improved since they signed one of the best attacking midfielders in the world and then signed a new promising striker to replace that one stinky guy. Their stupid good fullback duo of Robertson and Trent got some solid replacements too. Slot is hungry for more trophies, and to be honest, with all that star power they have, they'll probably get it. Manchester City. They look really different this year. No KDB is going to be weird, but they made some nice signings such as one of the best dribblers in the world, a nice new fullback, and a great player who can do it all in the midfield. It'll be interesting to see how their winger situation turns out. Good old Jack is out on loan, and supposedly Pep isn't too thrilled about what they have now and may be pursuing some other options. Rodrigo maybe. As long as Rodri is fit though and they can continue to feed the beast, they will be fighting hard to reclaim that top spot they had for so long. Manchester United. This one is going to be so interesting. 3 huge signings that stick out, including 2 new strikers who will be very interesting to watch. Cunha is another great signing. I just don't know how he and Bruno Fernandes will operate together. Lots of players offloaded too, including one of their deadweight wingers. Just 3 more to go. I think they make a massive jump in the table this year, but to be honest, they are still overrated with lots of overrated players. Prove me wrong. Newcastle. Okay, this is going to be a really telling year for Newcastle. They finished the season on a high, getting a Champions League spot and winning the League Cup. Question is, do they continue that form? I think the answer to that question will depend on if Isaac stays or not, which he most likely won't. If he stays, they will be a big threat. If he leaves, it'll be a lot tougher for them. But overall, they still have a solid squad, especially with Tonali recently being back from his long suspension. They lost a few of their longtime players, but had a few additions too, with Anthony Elanga sticking out the most for me, fighting for a Champions League spot again. Nottingham Forest. I'm sorry, but I think the hype is over. They bottled it so bad last season and missed out on Champions League football. They've added lots and lots of new players, but they've also sold lots of players, including one of their top attackers. They almost sold Morgan Gibbs White too, but luckily for them, that fell apart. With an extra competition they're going to have to play, I think this team really drops in form this year. They still have a lot of underrated players, though, so expect them to just finish outside a European spot. Sunderland. I think we would all love to see Sunderland stay in the top flight, and they are going to fight hard. Tottenham. The team that was one spot above relegation yet still won a trophy. The loss of Son is going to be one that every fan will feel, but to be fair, they had some solid arrivals too. Great options in attack, great new addition in the midfield, and a brand new manager. I definitely see them finishing a lot higher than they did last year. West Ham. Honestly, this team is so disappointing to me. They got rid of one of their top players, offloaded a bunch of dead weight, and didn't really make any big new moves. They won't get relegated, but they'll be pretty bad. Wolves. This team barely escaped relegation last year, but this year I think they are cooked. They sold their best player and got rid of all their other good players and are now left with nothing. Championship, here we come. The only one I would keep my eye on is John Arias, who impressed over the summer during the Club World Cup. He'll probably be a one-season hit and then go somewhere big after. Anyways, that's what you need to know for the 2025 to 26 season. Here's the full table for my predictions. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to comment below what your 2025 to 26 predictions will be. Who will win the title this year? Peace.